Hey guys, welcome to Link Skillz. I'm your host Jaeger, and today we're going to be talking about the new Namek Saga Super Saiyan team build. Now there's a lot to cover because not only am I going to be talking about the new Goku card, I'm also going to be talking about the new Frieza cards, and also going to be mentioning the card that Japan is playing with right now. Now this new Goku card is an interesting one. It's a dual category leader, and it has the exact same stats for each category. Whether you're Super Saiyan or you're from the Namek Saga, you're going to get Ki plus 3, HP plus 130%, and attack and defense plus 170%. Dokkan is definitely mixing it up and experimenting with a bunch of different cards, but as long as it's 170%, we can definitely look forward to these new cards that are coming through. Now, as far as Goku's passives go, he starts with a base boost of attack and defense plus 77%. If he gets hit, he's going to get an additional 15% attack and defense, up to 59%. So that's going to be a total of 136% attack and defense after 4 hits. I say 4 hits because you want to keep that in mind that that is his max boost capacity before he transforms. Once he does that, he does get even better than before. His base attack boost gets 3% better as 80% attack and defense, and he only needs to get hit once for him to receive 59% attack and defense indefinitely. That means as soon as he gets hit, he gets a grand total of 139% attack and defense for the rest of the battle. On top of that, he has a 25% chance to guard all attacks, a 50% chance to crit after you activate guard, and he increases his defense plus 30% for every super attack, and that lasts an infinite amount of turns. Basically, this card is a tank, but if you happen to reach 50% HP or below by turn 5, he does have a Rage Mode active skill. And this is a little unique for a Rage Mode card. Usually during this turn, they don't have any passives, but this card does. Whenever you activate Rage Mode, he's going to turn a random type of key sphere into rainbow spheres. So that should get you lucky enough to stack the orbs together so you can do his 12 key super attack at least once. But remember, Rage Mode, you're only invincible for that one turn. Once that happens, he's going to revert back to his Super Saiyan form, and he's going to continue being a tank until the battle ends. Now, let's step away from the main card for just a bit, and let's talk about the new LR Frieza card. Because the reason why I'm mentioning this is he's also part of the Planet Namek Saga category, so he can be included with Goku. Now, he does have a category leader skill, and that's for full power, Ki plus 4 at HP attack and defense plus 130%, and for extreme strength cards, Ki plus 3, HP attack and defense plus 100%. But we're not going to talk about full power, we're just going to focus on what this card can do. At the beginning, this LR Frieza card gives Ki plus 2 and attack and defense plus 80% at 100% HP. And then as your HP dips down, you're basically pissing him off, and he's going to do more and more attack damage. His defense will remain the same, but at 90% you'll get Ki plus 3 and attack plus 90%, 70% will be Ki plus 5 and attack 110%, HP 50% or below, Ki plus 7, attack plus 130%, and then finally at 30% it's going to be Ki plus 9 and attack plus 150%. And from now on, all attacks are critical attacks. Now, since Goku is a tank card, maybe you won't be taking as much damage. So if you want to help that along, do Frieza's Ki plus 12 super attack so he can sacrifice 8 HP each turn. If you can get hit for the remaining 2 to 12% HP, you'll be able to see that attack increase every turn. Otherwise, do your best to do the Ki 18 super attack and get that additional 50% to the super attack multiplier. My recommendation though is try to get him between 80 to 70% HP That way, if you have a card that links with Frieza that has big bad bosses, you're going to get an additional 25% attack and defense on top of his passive boosts. Now, usually in my team build videos, I talk about the link partners later, but since there's new Frieza cards on this team, I'm going to go ahead and talk about his link partners. So let's first talk about the card that we've had this entire time, Strength Final Form Frieza. Now this card's a little fun, because I like to call this card the Don't Poke Frieza card. His base passive is attack and defense plus 80%, but if he's in the first slot of the rotation, and the enemy hits him before he attacks, he's going to get an additional 100% attack, and additional 50% to the super attack multiplier if he supers. And what's also great about this card is that it activates 5 of LR Frieza's link skills. So basically, at 80% HP, these cards are gaining 65% attack, along with 2 additional ki and 25% defense. That attack boost is amazing. And what makes it even better, LR Frieza has a second really good link partner, and technically, he does more damage the more enemies are out. That's the brand new Namek Saga Frieza. Just like Don't Poke Frieza, he starts with a base attack and defense plus 80%. Now, if there's only one enemy, he does get an additional 70% attack, and a 40% chance to stun that enemy for 1 turn. But if it's multiple enemies, he's going to get additional ki plus 5 and attack and defense plus 50%. Now a double leader stat, that is ki plus 11. And then with strongest clan in space, that's an additional 2, so that's a total of 13. And then, depending on how many enemies, basically think of it this way: ki plus 13, 195% attack, and 145% defense. Even if it's just 2 enemies, that's a lot of damage. And to boot, he has a chance to seal all enemies. And the 30% chance is actually stronger than some of the stun all cards that are available in Dokkan. Now the Dokkan Wiki didn't mention this, but I'm probably going to guess that the seal all is going to be for 2 turns. That's usually how the seal all attack effect works. But there's one more Frieza card to talk about, and unfortunately it's not the best link partner, but it is second best, and that's the new EZA Frieza second form. The only link skill missing is Fierce Battle, so that's only going to be 50% attack, 2 ki, and 25% defense at 80% HP. But as you can see in the EZA Frieza's passives, he is built way differently than the Namek Saga Frieza. He has a base attack and defense plus 60%, and if there are 2 or more enemies, he's going to get 6 ki and additional attack and defense plus 40%. And if any enemy has defense down, he's going to get an additional 60% attack. So basically, with everything combined, leader stats, link skills, passives, super attacks, you're going to get a grand total: ki plus 14, 260% attack, and 65% defense if you're under 80% HP, you have more than 1 enemy on the field, and an enemy has the defense down effect. But that's all I'm going to say about the new cards on this team. Let's go ahead and take a look at the team list and see how we're going to build these teams with all cards available. First, we're going to start off with the Namek Saga list. And as you can see, there's not that many cards to choose from. You do have the new Frieza cards, you also have the Ginyu Force, and you have EZA Kid Gohan, Piccolo, and the new Nail. So the question, can you make a Namek Saga only team? Yes, you can. But depending on if you're free to play, or you've been playing this game for a long time, you may or may not have all the cards you need to make a really good Namek Saga team. Now, on the Super Saiyan category side of things, you have a ton of options. There were so many options that I had to change the way that I organized these lists. Now instead of for a simple 3x3 in each section, depending on how many cards are in that section, I will be increasing those borders. So as you can see, there's many different ways that you can build this team. You have movie hero options, you have Goku family options, and you have the new master student bond options. Oh, and don't forget Broly, he is a powerful card to consider. So how do the best cards in both categories link up? Well, here's the link list. As you can see on top, Goku in his base form links up pretty well with other base form Saiyans, particularly the one that have Z Fighter link skills. And basically no matter what, the Namek Saga Kaiokenku is still the best option for Rage-Ku in both forms. And then as far as the other link sets go, you have so many good options that it makes so many different kinds of combinations that you can use in this team. I even included the brand new Senpai Gohan as a link set, just so you could try out him in this team. Well, let's go ahead into the rotation analysis and actually see how everything hooks up and if we can make a cohesive team. And as always in the beginning, let's put the new Goku card as the link leader for both rotations, and then his best linking partner for both forms, Namek Saga Kaiokenku. Now, as far as his second best link partner, I made the decision that that would be the Kamehameha Gohan. Now, at base form, transforming Goku only shares Ki +2, attack plus 15%, plus additional 700, but whenever he goes Super Saiyan, he'll get an additional 10% because of the Super Saiyan link skill. And if you can get Kamehameha Gohan to transform, then they're just helping each other out. Gohan is going to get an additional 59% attack whenever he is in the same rotation as a Super Saiyan Goku. Now, as far as floaters go, you can basically choose any card that I had on that last list. Kid Gohan, Senpai Gohan, Tech LR Broly, Movie Lead Gogeta, or Easy A Gogeta. Or you can stick with the support cards that have Z Fighters in their link set. And that's Super Support Gohan and Agility Super Vegeta. Or, if you like to help Kamehameha Gohan out a little bit, you can throw Android 16 on this team. It's not like he's going to get on a cohesive team anyway, so you might as well, in the beginning, have Android 16 with Kamehameha Gohan, get Gohan and Goku to transform, and then switch out Android 16. Or you can let the Gokus be both floaters, and just let the better link sets be your main rotations. Some of those link sets include LR Siblings and Movie Support Gohan, LR Potara, and LR Fusion, or Movie Lead Gogeta with Easy A Gogeta. Basically, no matter which way you swing it, you'll always have a third floater available to choose however you want. Just make sure to check the pinned comment below and look at each link leader to see what your third floater could be that can link well with both leaders. Now, just to experiment a bit, let's go ahead and pull up Senpai Gohan onto this team. Basically, the best link partner for Senpai Gohan is actually Future Lead Gohan. But because whenever Senpai Gohan transforms and they share the same name, that's not going to be a great link set later in the battle. Funny enough, you could choose the Namekian Lead Nail card, as they share attack plus 25% and defense plus 20%, and they keep that link boost even whenever Senpai Gohan transforms. But because Senpai Gohan gets additional boost whenever the rotation has more Master Student Bond cards, my best recommendation is the Future Lead Trunks. Now, both at base form are going to get Ki +2, attack plus 15%, plus an additional 700, but whenever both transform, which will be between 3rd and 4th turn, with the right conditions, they will share Ki +2, attack plus 25%, and enemy defense minus 2000. Now, of course, you can choose Kohai Trunks, The only change is that they're going to share defense plus 20%, and Kohai Trunks is going to get an additional attack and defense plus 70% and ki plus 3 whenever he's on the same rotation as a future Gohan. But if you want to focus less on Supreme Ally cards, that's why I say choose Future Lead Trunks, because he's an immense card. And then as far as his floater is concerned, you won't be able to avoid having 1 or 2 Rage Coups as a floater, but your other options are transforming Vegeta, because he is part of the Master Student Bond category, as well as LR Super Saiyan Trunks. But that's the best I can see on the Super Saiyan side of things. On the Namek Saga side of things, it's a little easier to configure because there's not that many options. Again, we can choose the LR Full Power Frieza and link him up with either Don't Poke Frieza or the Namek Saga lead Frieza, depending on if there's more enemies or not. And then another option that you can choose is EZA Piccolo with EZA Gohan and having Namekian lead Nail as a floater. Now why I say EZA Kid Gohan linking up with EZA Piccolo, because Kid Gohan has a super attack where he gives all allies attack plus 20% for 1 turn. Also, his link skills are separate from Piccolo's. So with Kid Gohan, you're going to get Z Fighters, Gaze of Respect, and Shattering the Limit. Nail, on the other hand, he's going to activate the Namekian's link skill, along with Experienced Fighters and Shocking Speed. So that's going to max out EZA Piccolo for all except 1 link skill, Brainiacs. Now you won't be able to activate Brainiacs in this build that I'm making, but one last note that I want to mention. Namekian lead Nail has a passive boost where Piccolo must be an ally on the team. It doesn't have to be a rotation ally, but as long as Piccolo is on the team, Nail is going to get an additional attack and defense plus 100% and damage reduction of 77% depending on your HP, on top of his already base passive of attack and defense plus 100%. And finally, for the Namek Saga, I do want to just touch very briefly that the Planet Namek Saga category does have a free-to-play option. From the original setup of having both EZA Kid Gohans as the leader, it used to be that you could just choose the Ginyu Force cards to fill up the rest of the slots, namely Rikum and Goldo as 1 link set, and in my opinion, Ginyu and Jace as another link set. And then I kind of just throw Berta to the side because... But now with the new Frieza cards, you have other options. Now you can link up First Form LR Frieza with the new EZA Second Form Frieza. They share Ki plus 4, attack plus 15%, plus additional 25 to attack and defense when the HP is below 80%. Just having LR First Form Frieza there alone is a very powerful option because of its LR stats. And then finally, my last build. I just wanted to touch on this because I thought this was an interesting thing to look at. The World Tournament has another option. If we have the new Rage Coup card, and then we have Chaozu and Jacko as the first turn stunners as floaters, you can basically link up the new EZA Second Form Frieza and the new Namek Saga lead Frieza, and that's 2 attack all options. And then in the second slot, you can basically combine this however you like, but you can add Movie Boss Broly to this team build. That is 4 attack all cards that you can bring into the World Tournament. Is it the strongest team? No. But it is an option if you do not have the other World Tournament cards available to you. So there you go. That is the Namek Saga Super Saiyan team build. And I know it was long, but I do thank you for coming to the end of this video and getting all the information you could about how to build this team. So, as always, if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button, and if you found it informative, please share it to the community. If you'd like to see more of these videos, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell for more videos whenever I release them next. If you'd like to get in contact with me, go down to the comments below, or head to Twitter and use my handle @LinkSkillz, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Till then, I am your host Jaeger, signing off, and thanks for watching LinkSkillz.